Hey guys, John here. So what I have here is a Nintendo Alarmo from our recent trip to Japan over on our travel channel, Kanto Explorers. This is the Japanese version. I don't think there's much of a difference between this one and the English one. Now, I was always curious about this. This was released like sometime last year, and it was like a very puzzling thing for Nintendo to release. And I figured, why not buy this as a present for myself? Because I am pretty bad with waking up to my alarms. Now, you can only get this, to my knowledge, from Nintendo stores across the world, which is pretty much only Japan, New York, or San Francisco. I think some retailers are starting to sell this now, but yeah, this cost about 100 bucks USD. I did get this a bit cheaper when I bought it in Japan because of the yen to USD conversion. But let's set it up and let's see how this thing is in 2025. Alright, so opening this up, we have, well, I'm assuming it's the Japanese QR code to set up instructions. You have a manual, so this is the Japanese version. And you just pull the pull thing out. There it is. This is the alarm clock. And then inside, all that's left is looks like a USB-A to USB-C cable. So that's really all it is in the unboxing. So let's open this up. And voila, you have the Nintendo Alarmo. Now, feeling this thing off right off the bat, it definitely is such a weird looking product. It almost looks like a kid's toy, but not quite an alarm clock. And there's the USB-C port on the very bottom so that you can at least somewhat hide it. Alright, for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to connect this to my USB power bank just so I can get through the initial setup. Alright, it's booting up. Oh, there we go. It's indicating that I have to turn the knob. It's like a tutorial. English. You can see there's a couple of language options in here. Yes, looks like there is English with the Japanese version, which is great. Use the back button to go back. Awesome. The Americas, but you can see they also have Europe, Taiwan, South Korea, Australia, Japan. Yep. And then I'm based in Eastern, so we go New York. Today's date. I gotta say, it is a little satisfying to click through these and using this as a main button. It's like a giant button that you can just mash. Alright, the current time right now, 7:02. Here's raising the volume. Alright, so that's the loudest. That's the smallest volume. I think medium's a good setting. Waving your hand towards the screen, okay. Nice. I'm trying to move the camera right now, but yeah, looks like it's the tutorial to try to get the coins. Try moving 6 inches further than closer. Clock's motion sensor can tell when you're moving your body, yes. Sensor zone. Alright, so I'm actually gonna have to do this in bed now. In the master bedroom, shout out to our bed setup video from both Purple Mattress and the Brooklinen sheets. As you can see, I have the Alarmo set up right here next to my small bed stand, and the idea is the sensor zone is gonna be like right here. Alright, now I'm doing the process of lying in bed. So here we go. What size is your bed? There we go. Move the clock no higher than 8 inches above your bed. Hopefully this is enough, as there's only a couple of inches. Clock placed. Okay, yeah, left side. How far is it? Okay, can move you a bit back. Maybe I'll do like 4 inches. Yeah. Right, the middle of the bed, so something like that, a little bit angled. Okay, it's set. You can change the sensor zone, hop into bed, so test the alarm. All right, here we go. Here we go. We are now testing the alarm. All right, I'm gonna move my body. I'm not gonna touch the alarm. Oh, oh, there we go. Stop the alarm by getting out of bed. Okay, the alarm stops, get back into the bed. All right, I'm getting out of bed. I'm getting out of bed. Ooh. Okay, that was a success. I love these sound effects. Now I'm gonna get back into the bed. Get back in bed. Get back in bed. All right. Characters will come and wake you up each morning. Yep. Move your body to quiet the alarm. Okay, so that's kind of like a semi-snooze. And then if you stay in bed, characters will keep coming to wake you. So that's the somewhat innovative thing about this, is that you have to actually get up out of your bed to stop the alarm. Yep. Okay. I'm good. Alright, set the alarm. Awesome. Alright, so we have a few things to select from. And from what I understand, you can actually software update this thing. So you can actually choose different games. So I think I'm just gonna scroll through. So we have Splatoon. We went through Ring Fit. Here's Pikmin 4. Here's Zelda, Breath of the Wild. This is Mario Odyssey. So I think if we update this, we'll get a few more. So I'm just gonna set this on Mario Odyssey for now. And then let's try to... Okay. Looks like there's different modes. Moderate, gentle, buttons. I actually have to mash it just like a standard alarm clock. I think I'll try steady. That's kind of what the demo is. Alright, set a time. So usually, I typically wake up around like 8:30 to 8:40. So let's set it to like 8:40. Alright, so that's the initial alarm setup done. It looks like there's still a few more tutorials. Oh my goodness. Notifications. My alarm clock has notifications. Alright, so I want to change some settings. So obviously I set the time wrong. It's not actually 11 p.m. right now. It's actually 11 a.m. But let's see. Let's go through some of these. Looks like there's sleep records. Wow. You don't even need a sleep tracking app, guys. You can just use the Alarmo. Deleted after 1 year. Okay. So it does save some stuff. Movement records. Wow. This is like full-on sleep tracking app. Okay. Very interesting. Alright, so in the settings, you can set your alarm, turn it on or off, adjust your sleepy sounds, hourly chime, see your records, go to settings, download new alarms. I think we should do this first. So we need to connect to the internet. Yes, this alarm clock can connect to the internet for software updates, and Nintendo has updated this with some new games. Although I will say, this password entering is going to take a long time if you have a long password. Because, oh my god, it scrolled through texting. Oh my god, alright. After like 3 minutes later, let's connect to the internet. Alright, now it's done. Setup complete. And you have a Nintendo account, you can download new alarms. Alright, so this is where we link our Nintendo account. Alright, so using my smartphone, they did a QR code, and now I linked it. I don't know why they didn't just allow the QR code to do the Wi-Fi password, but okay, let's keep going. Now it's checking for updates, and yes, you can update your alarm clock. So let's do it. You know, this reminds me of like the old school like Nintendo updates on your like DS. Man, brings back memories. Alright, now it's downloading all the alarms. This will entirely depend on how fast your Wi-Fi connection is. But yeah, I'll see you guys back when we have all the new alarms downloaded to this clock. Alright, update has been completed. We're now on version 3.00. Let's see what's new. Alright, looks like we have to go to the website to see what's new. Oh my god, finally, we have sync with internet time so that I don't need to do this. Now there's new alarms, okay? Yeah, let's see the new alarms. Oh, that's cool. I like that effect. We got Animal Crossing. Heck yeah. Oh, let's look at all this. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What is that Luigi picture? Got Yoshi, Toad, Donkey Kong, Bowser, Peach. This is the Animal Crossing now. Isabella, Dodo Airlines. Okay, we got a good cast. Nice, Tom Nook. Got some classic Mario Bros. Icons too. Alright, that's awesome. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to shuffle daily and just see what's new. I think it'll be good to wake up to different kinds of alarms, but it's cool that you have all these options for your favorite games. Let's adjust some other settings, shall we? Looks like a volume, sensor zone, time date, screen brightness, dial LED, turn direction, Nintendo account, records, language, system info, restore. Okay, so you can go set a lot of different types of settings. I'm gonna change the date. Let's see if it can update with the internet now instead of me having to manually do it. Awesome, that is the correct time. Let's do some other settings. Okay, what is sleepy sounds? Bedtime. Hourly chimes won't play after. I think I'll set it at midnight. Play after midnight. Sleepy sounds will play if you get into bed. So I guess for people who want a little bit of ASMR or just like relaxing sounds to sleep, hey, this clock can give it to you. Alright. So let's also test the sleepy sounds, even though I much prefer to listen to ASMR or just have nothing on. Let's test it. Let's say my bedtime. Alright. Yeah, sure. Let's do 5 minutes. Alright. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to remain still for sleepy sounds to begin. Oh, you actually cannot move. So it's playing some soothe sounds. It's going to go for 5 minutes. And then showing you a couple of reports. I kind of like how you cannot move for it to actually start, so that it actually knows you're in bed. Let me try moving now. Try moving now. Okay, it's not really doing anything, so it only does the check to start the sounds. But after 5 minutes, it's probably going to stop. Okay, so that's the idea of sleepy sounds, and they probably have different OSTs from different games. Yeah, let's do an hourly chime. Okay, sounds good to me. Alright, so I guess on the hour we'll have an hourly chime. Hopefully I can capture one just to show you guys what it sounds like. Alright, we are moments away from the alarm chime. Okay, that was awesome. If we get like little tidbits of that every hour, that's awesome to hear. Alright, so I also want to test the alarm out, so I have it set for just a minute from now. Oh, here we go. Looks like it's ring fit.
Come on, let's go. Okay, let's fly!
It's getting louder.
Flap quickly to beat this crazy wind, but beware of your surroundings.
So So I'm still in bed right now. Alright, I'm gonna see what happens when I just stay in bed for a while, okay? I'm gonna try to do a wave and see what happens. Like I'm waving it. Okay. So I waved it. It's kind of like a mini snooze, but as you can see, the alarm's still going off, so I'm gonna stay in bed for a while. Okay, so I left it for about 5 minutes, and it's playing the alarm again. So this is kind of like effectively a snooze since it plays the alarm again. But I'm gonna keep staying in bed just to see what happens.
To beat this crazy wind, but beware of your surroundings.
Alright, I just hit 20 minutes. It's getting intense. Red LED. Looks like the main villain from Ring Fits Up.
Okay, let's select the skill. Select the skill.
It is getting louder. And from what I understand, this will not stop unless I physically get up off the bed. Alright, so I'm gonna wave. Alright. I waved it away, but even still, it is still going. And I think I just will not stop from this position until I get up. So, let's get up. Alright. So I got up, and it displayed the victory sign. So that means we won the ring fit. If you don't move, the alarm will begin again. So it knows when I try to get back into the bed, so I have to get off. So honestly, from a product standpoint with motion sensor, I actually think this works, especially for people who might have a hard time getting out of bed. So I actually think it might work for me. All right, so back downstairs, and honestly, the setup wasn't terrible. There are some questionable things, especially for an alarm clock in 2025. But I do think the core concept is unique. The fact that it's like a motion sensor, it has a zone to detect when your body wakes up, and even if you wave your hand to snooze, or you stay in bed, it'll still try to wake you up as it gets louder. I think that's good, especially for maybe moderate to heavier sleepers. Getting out of bed actually will wake you up more. I do love the cute sounds and effects and all the games that are represented. I hope that there will be more games updated, especially when the Switch 2 launches soon, so that we can have even more IPs on this alarm clock. Some cons now. First of all, it is expensive for what it is, right? Like you're looking at $100 USD, maybe a little bit cheaper if you buy it from Japan. But overall, this is kind of a novelty item. Like I would not recommend this to anyone who doesn't already have using alarms on their phones already, right? Like maybe this will be fun for a kid. I think this would be a great present for a kid to have in their bedroom, especially if they love Nintendo. But it's very hard sell to have this for anyone else that's not a Super Nintendo fan already. Another con is I'm kind of surprised they don't have a mobile app or any integration with their existing mobile apps for the Alarmo. Like, you can't even download your records. You can only preview them on the clock itself, right? Like, it would be cool if you could just use it on your phone, maybe do a QR code, maybe an app link or something. And that kind of goes into my next con. You have to connect your Nintendo account to this clock in order to download the new alarms, which is fine, right? Like anyone can usually have a Nintendo account. But other than that, there's no other integration with your Nintendo account. Like it's just being used to download new alarms and that's it. Like I wish like there was maybe some rewards feature you could do, maybe if there was an integration with your account online for your Alarmo, but there's really not that much. So I wonder if they're planning to do anything with the account link later on. I will be using this. This is going to be my daily alarm for a while, and I'll let you know in the comments how it is maybe a couple months later. But so far from the test, I do think that this will probably serve as a better alarm because I am such a guilty person of always just snoozing my alarm. I have multiple alarms. So maybe this one where I actually have to physically get out of bed to make it stop, this will probably help me get out of bed more often. But yeah, this has been my review of the Nintendo Alarmo. So yeah, hope you guys found this helpful, enjoyable. I will be making more Nintendo content to come. The Switch 2 is launching soon, so hopefully I'm going to do a few videos on that. So please look forward to that. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.